There we go. There we go.
So, are you recording?
Yep.
So for me, when I use an app, the thing that I look for the most is just ease of use.
Yeah.
So like the most simplest apps are the ones that I like to use. And like, for example, the new Tap and Go thing that you can use with Turner is, I think that's a really, really great app because it's super simple. It's super easy to order food through the app, and it's also super easy to pay for it.
Okay.
And so for me, like for this app, I mean, I think it's great looking at it. Like it looks super easy to use, but just making it the simplest possible thing that you can attempt to do would be where I would probably use this app.
Okay.
Because where like maybe if you really look at it and you can combine two things into one and like make it easier to use that way, or take some things out that you might necessarily not need.
Do you think I didn't mean to cut you off, but do you think
I was done.
in terms of simplest app, are you talking about the way that it works and being able to pick up the features without really thinking about it? It kind of like right there.
It's just kind of organic. It's like
now the reason why I asked that is because it's clear that like we're trying to do a lot of different things supplemented into one app, and that doesn't mean that it can't be simple.
Mm-hmm.
But that does mean that like the features themselves and the kind of accumulation of them might not sound simple. Is there any suggestions you have? Like, do you think that you'd still be able to use something if the design was simple to pick up?
Yeah.
That did a lot.
If the design is really simple and like the layout and the organization of how you use the app is super simple, then that's something that I would be into.
Do you think?
And even if it was a complicated app behind the scenes, but it just didn't seem like it.
Right now, I mean, most of the music elements are kind of mimicking other music like apps.
Right.
So that it has some familiarity to it, and people can kind of pick up like at least the essentials from that. But in terms of the unique aspects, the friend feed, do you think that from what we have here, it's pretty straightforward in terms of what you can do in the feature? Like,
you mean like, is it obvious of what all the features do?
Yeah, is it obvious that if you were handed this app right now that you'd be able to say like,
I know this does.
Like this basically makes sense to me, like I'd be able to understand what is happening? Is there anything you see here that like you just think is I don't get it, therefore I don't want it, you know?
Is this where we are right now? Feed.
Yeah, so we're in the feed, and the various things are like, this is the recent activity. I guess what we were doing before was having like a highlighter, but that was more of like for like the prototype, walking through it, but something to indicate that that's where you are right now, like a shade of some sort. The map view is pretty much just an alternative to recent activities in some respects, but it also has the map to see location based, like where your friends are at, for similar to like a Find My Friends element, except based off of music and listening. Like you're broadcasting, like I'm hosting whatever queue or playlist right now. The popular we haven't really integrated much, but it would be kind of like your like not based off of your friends, but kind of like the popularized like activity, whether it's like following artists and stuff, to be able to see like so and so has made a playlist, like more on a like mainstream level than your personal like localized level. Is there anything that you kind of specific to the friend feed have suggestions? Positives, negatives?
I don't know if I necessarily have like any positives or negatives, just because I need to.
You need to feel it.
I would need to know like a lot more about it, and need to like actually have it in my hand and be able to, you know, like swipe through it and like use it and do shit like that.
I mean, right now this is all about design, because really having those refined helps if we were to pursue it and develop to get like a baseline beta version that's already structured like appealing so that people can pick it up and do the thing and actually like have a and like easy transition to okay, this is what they were talking about and this is pretty like now I can use it and the functionality makes sense. So
personally, like design wise, I like apps that are as simple as possible, like on the screen, like not a lot going on.
Only a few buttons.
Only a few buttons. And I mean, looking at this, like it's not hard to understand what's going on. I can tell that these are like different things going on with all your friends and stuff. But just personally, I just like screens where there's like not a lot going on.
Okay.
And stuff where it's things are condensed into other things and where it's just really simple and kind of plain.
Okay.
Is what I like. But that's just me.
Well, thank you so much for helping me out, and I'll keep you up to date with where we're at.
Of course.